the range?
The range is equivalent to roughly the short dimension on the display. Oops, let me go the other way because the bar was disappeared. So it depends on the panel size. So in this particular panel, the range is this distance up.
Okay.
And so we can do gestures, left to right, up to down. Sorry, the demo is a problem. Okay, let's do that. The down gesture is having a problem right now. There it goes. Okay, anyway. And then when we touch, we kick into 2D mode. So what we're doing is we have 4 electrodes that are receive electrodes in the bezel. We use the entire ITO touch sensor in the center. We use it as a single TX electrode. So we have a signal that comes up, 3.3 volts, so it's EMI friendly, comes up, the field lines come back around, and they're sensed on the north, south, east, and west electrodes. When my hand moves through those electrodes, it's disturbing the field, and we sense that disturbance and can calculate a gesture. And we report up to the host OS either specific gestures or there's a raw signal mode as well, where we can report the data coming off of each of the sensors in case you wanted to do host-based processing and do create some of your own gestures that aren't pre-programmed into our part.
Okay.
So if I do this, and each of the colors shows you the signal coming from each of the different receive electrodes in the bezel. Now when my finger touches down, we switch to 2D mode, and here the RX electrodes in the bezel are completely disabled, and now we're using the touch sensor itself to do the touch sensing. So we're driving in mutual cap mode. We drive each of the X lines sequentially, one at a time, and we sense on all of the Y lines. And then what's unique about MaxTouch is we also have a self-cap mode, so we alternate between self-cap, where we drive all of the X lines, and then we turn around and sense on all the X lines, and we drive on all the Y and sense on all the Y. So we alternate between self-cap sensing and mutual cap sensing to get a better image of what's on the sensor, and that's also helps with our moisture immunity and glove support, because moisture will look very different in self-cap to a mutual cap scan. So anyway, we have all these different types of scans going on in 2D mode, and the 3D is completely disabled. But then as soon as the 2D controller detects that there's no finger on the screen, we now switch back into 3D mode, and we can see the raw signals. Or if I switch the demo back to the normal mode, we can now see the signal strength off of each of the electrodes, and then we can see our gestures being processed.
Cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome.